Welcome to another edition of Chamber Me Anything. I am your hostess, Christina Peacock with the Seminole County Chamber, and today our fabulous guest is Brian Nagle from RealTime Group. Say hi, Brian.
Hi, and pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome. Diana Sacoto from Sacoto Films is here filming us in the little coffee cafe that is my office. Yes, I do have 2 coffee makers in my office. I may or may not have a problem, but so far they have not created an anonymous group for that yet. But I love getting my coffee from Zaza's Cuban Diner. They have 2 locations, one in Lake Mary and one in Altamont Springs. And they have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they also can do home delivery of coffee. So just visit zazanewcubandiner.com and you can order yours. So Brian, now that we have that out of the way, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why you're here, how you got here, and a little bit about your business. So do you know why you're here, and do you know how you got here?
Yes. I've been a chamber member. We've been a chamber member. RealTime Group has been a chamber member for a little over a year. And we recommended that Angela Roman of Boundless Network join the chamber, and that initiated the invitation.
Yes, so she did. She joined, and not only has she joined, but she is going full steam ahead. She's
killing it. She is doing phenomenal, and she's such a hard worker and so industrious. I really thought that the Seminole Chamber was going to be the right place for her to fit in, and so far it's working out that way, absolutely.
And one of the things I just want to point out too is that Angela's in a very competitive industry. She's in the printing industry. She does printing and promotional items, and that can be really hard to break into in a chamber because you have so many of the same industry here. And Angela just took to the chamber like a duck to water, and I know of accounts that she's already servicing and creating new products for. And so it's not about how many of the same are in the room. It's about how industrious that the person is and how they formulate relationships to gain new clients.
And to that end, I invited Angela to be on the board of the South Seminole Group, and that's been a godsend because so many people are in her age bracket and have great connections for her. Yeah. So that's working out very well as well.
Well, fabulous. If I could get about 10 more of those a month.
I'll work on it.
You work on that for me, Brian? Okay. So you work on that for me, and then I'm going to work on something for you.
Okay.
And that is telling me a little bit about what does RealTime Group do?
Okay. RealTime Group encompasses 3 different areas. RealTime IT services, RealTime PEO, and IT services being outsourcing of IT development and so forth. But our PEO services, PEO stands for Professional Employer Organization. In effect, it's business outsourcing. We allow the people that run their own businesses to focus on why they got into business and not get bogged down in all the administrative headaches and nightmares. So, and then our third piece is RealTime Services, which encompasses both the PEO and an area called payroll funding, which in effect is working capital for people that run staffing agencies. And our specialty in that space are people that are starting nurse staffing agencies, which is, talk about killing it and setting the moon on fire. I mean, and that's a really unique space with if you're smart, it's extremely rapid growth, and we'll talk about that.
Yes, so I did hear that you received a referral from another chamber member, and so tell me about that. It was kind of in that nursing field, right?
It is. So Pam Hargis that does focal point coaching, and she's another facilitator within the chamber. She found her space very quickly, and she's always looking to see where she can pair her clients up with, guess what? Outsourcing services. Okay? So Pam referred a woman in Titusville who's starting a nurse staffing agency in the next couple of weeks and coming on board with us as a client.
So this is definitely something that we can tell throughout your work by the way that you not only refer your members to our members, but refer the chamber to other business professionals, that you're definitely in that realm of giving back. And so we love seeing that. And all of it kind of all works hand in hand, you know.
It really does. It's so interactive. And you know, I like to say it this way. The sum is greater than the parts when you do that. You're just advancing the cause further down the road. And it's wonderful. And so the relationships within the chamber get stronger. People know and they trust you. And yeah, it's a wonderful experience.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer of helping the next one in line. And so when I see chamber members become successful, and I always encourage them to, you know, stay a part of the chamber, because we need you to help that next one in line. And that's exactly a shining example that Brian is. He's successful in the chamber, but he's stayed because he's helping the next crop of new business owners like Angela.
And that's why I joined the chamber. And then the next, you know, is this referral from Pam, Isabella Armstrong, out in Titusville. I mean, just the opportunity to help people step up and help them carve their niche and be successful in their space. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wonderful.
Absolutely. Okay, Brian, we've come to the part of the CMAs where you get the super fun questions. So you get to use the creative side of yourself. Are you ready for them?
Absolutely.
Okay. So if you could be the CEO of any company, what company would you choose?
You know, along that lines of paying it forward, it would be SpaceX.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So I actually, I knew you'd moved to Titusville, and because you used some chamber members to help you with that. But, you know, I didn't realize how much you loved the space program.
Oh, yeah. No, it's, you know, like tomorrow morning I'll get up at 4:30 in the morning to watch a lunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
That's great.
You know, yeah.
So I'm a Florida native myself, and we used to, that you got out of school, they would stop all the classes and we would all go outside every single time there was a launch. And so we would watch it from the park, or sometimes we would, my best friend when I was yay big, her mom worked at the Sanford courthouse, and so like twice we actually got to go on the roof of the courthouse to watch the launch. So that was pretty exciting.
It is. Mm-hmm. And I live right on the Indian River, across from the launch pads. So on a clear night or clear morning, I can get a video of almost 3 minutes long watching that launch go up. But it's a very, it's dynamic. It's just so different out of the norm, but yet, you know, you just feel so good about what humankind can do when they put their mind to it.
Absolutely.
So, you know.
Okay, one last fun question. If you could get a ticket to any show or event, past, present, or future, what would you want a ticket to?
Well, hopefully it's going to be future. But I just renewed my season tickets with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I would like to attend next year's Super Bowl with Tampa. So talking about people doing well in their space, when you got a 43-year-old quarterback who changes leagues the first year and yet manages to pull all those resources together. Mm-hmm.
That's a leader.
And the impact that he's having on the organization and how far it raised the bar in months.
Now, I mean,
pretty amazing.
Brian, that could be the reason that they won the Super Bowl, but I just also would like to point out that, you know, the previous year they did join the Seminole County Chamber, and that might have something to do with their Super Bowl win.
Well, I got to tell you, Mark Muller, who I see at the chamber events, first time I met Mark was on a bus going to a Bucs game, and so they're just so many of these things commingle,
Yeah.
so intermingle. It's great.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for being on the Chamber Me Anything today. We certainly appreciate your continued belief and loyalty to the Seminole County Chamber. If you'd like more information on how to be a Chamber superstar like Mr. Brian Nagle, you can contact us through seminolebusiness.org or feel free to contact me directly. You guys have a great day and we'll see you next time.